really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. Yeah, about to see it shine, 'cause we're golden.
Guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about Jack the Ripper and the conspiracy about who he was. Now, Jack the Ripper was responsible for 5 murders in 1888, and 2 or 3 others were possible. All the victims were female, and they were all prostitutes. Almost all of the bodies were mutilated, and some had body organs removed. All the killings were done in the same area and over a few months. Was there a conspiracy to cover up the killer's identity, or were there more murders, and why did it take many years for some bits of evidence to reach the public domain? The Metropolitan Police received taunting letters signed Jack the Ripper. The first letter, dated September the 25th in 1888, boasted that "my knife is nice and sharp," and one sent on 16th of October and contained a human kidney. The police were inundated with names of the suspects, but were any of them the Ripper? The police had little to go on other than blood-soaked scenes of crime. Scanty witness evidence suggested the killer was a white male. Could he be a surgeon or maybe a madman? Even Prince Albert Victor, who was Duke of Clarence, and the royal physician Sir William Gull were proposed. Adherents of the royal killer theory suggested the prince was being blackmailed by one of the victims, and that the government, in league with the Freemasons, moved to silence her and her friends. Was anti-Semitism involved? A chalked message mentioning Jews was hurriedly erased by police. Sir Melville Macnaghten, who did not join Scotland Yard until after the murders, privately listed his suspects. They included Montague Druitt, who was a teacher who had just lost his job and drowned himself in 1888. Other suspects included artist Walter Sickert, who painted a picture of Jack the Ripper's bedroom, Aaron Kominski, who was certified insane in 1891, Nathan Kaminsky, who died in an asylum in 1889, James Maybrick, who was poisoned by his wife in 1889. Others also suggested Michael Ostrog, who was a Russian conman, John Pisa, or Leather Apron, who was a thug who extorted money from prostitutes, William Berry, who was hanged in 1899 for murdering his wife, and also George Chapman, who was a Polish hairdresser who hanged in 1903 for murder. Now, the 5 known victims were Mary Ann Nichols, who was murdered on the 31st of August 1888. The second victim was Annie Chapman, who was found on the 8th of September 1888. Elizabeth Stride was the third victim on the 30th of September 1888. Catherine Eddowes on the same day, 30th of September 1888, was the 4th victim, and the last victim, the 5th victim, was Mary Jane Kelly, who was on the 4th of November 1888. So who do you think was responsible for the murders, and who was Jack the Ripper? Please leave your thoughts in the comment sections below, and I will be back soon with another video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.